Hello and welcome to Mass Guitar Fret. My name is Jörg. Thanks for stopping by. If you enjoy some of my lessons, then please subscribe, hit the bell so you get notification when new lessons are up. This will certainly help me. This is part 2 of my major pentatonic scale, the diagonal scale lesson. In part 1, I explained the foundation of how to play it and how to follow a chord progression with changing keys. In this lesson, I will break down a major pentatonic solo played diagonally on the neck in the key of A over a progression. As the progression changes, we also change key. We go from A major pentatonic scale. When it changes to D, we go to D major pentatonic scale, and we create some licks around that. So it's very cool to have that in your repertoire. So let's go listen to the demo, and then we'll break down the solo lick by lick. Lick 1. That's the first part. We hammer on from E5 to E7 and we slide to E9. Then we hammer on A7 to A9 and we rest on the root note, the A, on D7. Okay, so we covered the first octave here of the first part of the major pentatonic scale. Next we hammer on from D7 to D9, slide to D11. Then we hammer on from G9 to G11. And then the next root note A on B10. Okay, and this one here we play twice. And then we'll repeat that. Okay, we hammer on again here on G9 to G11. Okay, so that's the first part. Okay, take a little bit of vibrato at the end. There's some time there. Lick 2. Full bend on the B12. Keep the bend up, don't release it. Pick with your pinky the E12. Then pick the bend note on B12 again. And then release. And then I pull off from B12 to B10. And then back to G11. And then repeat that. Pull off. Vibrato there. That's lick 2. So lick 1 and lick 2 were over the A chord. Lick 3 is going to be over the D chord. And for this we're going to use the D major pentatonic scale. Okay, that's the first octave. The second octave. We're going to go to D, and lick 3 is. We hammer on from A5 to A7 and then slide to A9. Then we hammer on the D7 to D9 and go to the G7. And then we bar both the G7 and the D7 and we hammer on again from D7 to D9 and pick the G7. We do that 3 times, and the last time you unbar and put your index finger on that G7 with a vibrato. Lick 4, we're back in A. So in lick 4, we basically play the same again as we did in lick 1, right down to the B10. And then we'll continue. And a little vibrato here. This covers basically diagonally 3 octaves of the major pentatonic scale. And we basically just play that scale. So from B10, we're familiar up to B10 for sure. And then here we go B10, hammer on B12, and then slide to B14. Okay? Then we hammer on from E12 to E14, and we slide to E17. And a little vibrato there. That's lick 4. Lick 5 is going over the E chord. We're now in a turnaround. Plays like this. This lick is in the E major pentatonic scale. It's right here. This is a pretty fast lick, so pay attention. All right, so we pick E12. And then we pull off B14 to B12. And then we hammer on and pull off G12, G13, and slide immediately to G9. Okay? Then we slide into B11, and then back to G10. To finish the lick, we play right here. And this shape is familiar. You should be familiar with the shape. It's the same shape as a D7 up here. Okay, but we play it on the 3rd fret here with the index finger on B3, middle finger on G4, and the ring finger on E4. And then we move it up 1 and slide back into it as a sort of like a passing note. That's lick 5. Lick 6, the progression goes to D. And we're playing that lick right here. Easy one, okay? We play that here. We're in the D major pentatonic scale. That's the 2nd root note here. 1st octave. So we started actually here. Okay, so we go hammer on from G7 to G9, slide to G11, then we go to B10, and hammer on to B12, and then 2 bands. 2 bands on B12, and then a pull off from B12 to B10, and up to G11, back to B10. And a vibrato here at the end. Lick 7, we're back into A. The lick is here. So we're in the A major pentatonic scale. This is 1st octave. We started here in the 2nd octave. So we hammer on from D7 to D9, slide to D11. Then we hammer on G9 to G11. And we hit B10. Do this twice. We hammer on again from G9 to G11. And just keep those 2 fingers in place while you're doing this. Then we'll do a double stop here. Ring finger on the B string, pinky on the E string in the 12th fret. But we bent the ring finger only. And it's a half bend. And then a pull off from B12 to B10, up to G11, and then back to B10. And a vibrato here. That's the first part of that. And then we'll go up here. Okay, that's still in A until that last chord it goes to E. Okay, so here we play double stop, play both the B5, E5, and then same thing as we did down here. Okay, with the pinky on the B and the ring finger on the G string. We bend the ring finger only, the G string, on the 7th fret, and we release. Then we'll pull off from G7 to G5, up to D7, back to G7, and to G5. Okay, so double stop here. Both B5, E5, and then same as we did here, we'll do exactly the same on G and B7. We'll only bend with the ring finger, and then we'll pull off from G7 to 5, up to D7, back to G7, and to G5. And then this, D7 to D5, and a hammer around to D7. Then up here on the A string, A5, A6, and then move to A7 with your middle finger, and then we'll make the E9 chord. And here the progression would obviously go back to the E chord, and then the progression starts from the beginning again. This is just a concept, so you can take that anywhere you want to. It's up to you how you play these riffs, or you can even invent your own. And you don't have to play it wherever I played it. You have lots of options here. Whether you start in this octave, whether you start here, or down here, it's up to you. And you can also reverse these licks too. Right, starting down here and come up, back up to the root note. So there's lots of different things you can do. So have fun with it. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope there's something you can take from that and put it in your guitar skills toolbox. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.